What's up, Broncos country? Familia, the Denver Broncos just destroyed any doubt that still existed about this team. 12 straight wins, people. 12. While the entire country was sleeping on us, Bo Nix and this roster of nobodies shut everyone up. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why this Denver Broncos team goes way beyond the playoffs. We're talking Super Bowl, and this isn't fanboy talk. I've been following every move of this team for years, and there's a detail about the roster that nobody is talking about. But it's going to completely change the franchise's future. Stick with me until the end, because you'll understand why 2025 is the year for Broncos country. You know when you feel something special is happening? That energy in the air at Mile High, that good nervous feeling in your stomach before kickoff? Well, that's not just fan nostalgia, it's pure reality. The Denver Broncos are putting together the best winning streak since 2012. And for those who lived through the dark years post-Russell Wilson, this is almost a miracle. But let me tell you something. There's nothing miraculous about it. When Sean Payton arrived in Denver, a lot of people thought he was just another famous coach coming to collect one last fat paycheck. Remember those ESPN commentators saying Payton's playbook was too complicated for a rookie quarterback? That Bo Nix didn't have the arm strength needed for the NFL? Yeah, all those analysts are eating their words now. The 2025 Denver Broncos aren't just a good team, they're a scary team, with a defense that's returning to the elite standard we knew from the Super Bowl 50 days, and an offense that finally found its identity after years lost in the desert. And the craziest part? Every game, Bo Nix gets better. This kid from Oregon, who everyone called a project, a system quarterback, is rewriting the NFL record books. He's already tied with Andrew Luck, Dak Prescott, and Ben Roethlisberger for wins in the first 2 seasons. And he's doing this as a rookie. Let that sink in. Since September 21st, almost 3 months, the Denver Broncos haven't lost a football game. We haven't lost a single game since the season really started. Meanwhile, the AFC favorites are stumbling, falling, getting injured. And us? We're here, calm and collected, racking up W's like it's Black Friday for victories. The numbers don't lie. 12-2, first place in the AFC West, a 1-game lead in the race for the AFC's top seed. This isn't luck, this is execution. I'll be honest with you, when the Denver Broncos selected Bo Nix in the first round of the 2024 draft, I was nervous. Not because I doubted him, but because I knew the national media was going to massacre that pick, and they did. He doesn't have a strong enough arm. He's just a check-down captain. He won't survive NFL pressure. Every criticism, every negative comment, every doubt, Bo Nix used as fuel. And today, he just had a historic performance against one of the 3 best defenses in the NFL. The Green Bay Packers came to Mile High thinking they were going to dominate the game. They had Micah Parsons, one of the most feared defensive forces in the league. And you know what happened? Bo Nix balled out. 23 of 34 passes completed, 302 yards, 4 touchdowns, passer rating of 134.7. Against the Green Bay Packers, people, this isn't limited quarterback stuff, this is superstar stuff. And the most impressive part? He did this throwing to who? Lil Jordan Humphrey, R.J. Harvey, Michael Bandy, guys who were literally on the street a few weeks ago. Guys that other teams cut from their practice squads. And Bo Nix turned them into heroes. That touchdown to Lil Jordan Humphrey? My God. The guy threw the ball through 3 defenders into a window the size of a pizza box, and Humphrey caught it. My wife started screaming, "We have a guy named Lil on our team? That's my favorite player now." And there's more. Bo Nix isn't just playing well. He's elevating everyone around him. Troy Franklin, who had problems with drops early in the season, now he's reliable. Cortland Sutton, playing like a true number 1 wide receiver. Evan Engram, an addition that completely changed the offense's dynamic. But it's not just the offense that's flying. The Denver Broncos defense, which everyone questioned in recent weeks, showed up today. Nick Bonito is having an absurd season. The guy is a problem for any opposing quarterback. Pat Certain 2 continues being Pat Certain 2, meaning the best cornerback in the NFL. And the defensive line, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, DJ Jones, these guys are creating chaos. Yes, Jordan Love was able to move the ball on some drives today. Yes, the defense didn't have the dominant performance we were used to seeing. But you know what? It doesn't matter. Because when the game got tough, when everything was on the line, our defense showed up. Those 2 interceptions, essential. Riley Moss, even after that ridiculous pass interference call the refs made up, came back and delivered. That's championship mentality. And let me tell you something the experts aren't noticing. This defense is just starting to show its real potential. With Vance Joseph coordinating, with the roster starting to gel for real, we're seeing the construction of something special. Now comes the part that'll make you jump off your couch. The path to the Super Bowl has never been more open for the Denver Broncos. Let me paint the complete picture for you. First, Patrick Mahomes suffered an ACL tear. He'll be out for 9 to 12 months minimum. In other words, the Kansas City Chiefs, our biggest nightmare of the last decade, are eliminated from the playoffs. Done. Goodbye. See you never, Wicked Witch of the West. I know. Nobody wants to celebrate a player's injury. And I'm not celebrating Mahomes' injury. But let's be honest, he was going to lose anyway. The Chiefs have a terrible roster. $44 million over the salary cap, no offensive weapons, no real defense. And now, without Mahomes, they're going to spend the next few years in the basement of the AFC West. Second, with the Chiefs out, who's the real competition in our division? The Los Angeles Chargers with Jim Harbaugh? Please, we know this movie already. Harbaugh arrives, builds a tough team, wins some games, and after 3 or 4 years, everyone gets tired of his personality. It's a cycle that repeats everywhere he goes. And the Las Vegas Raiders? Seriously? They're so bad they're not even worth mentioning. Third, look at our remaining schedule. We have the Jaguars at home, Chargers at home, and the Chiefs, without Mahomes, in a Thursday night game that'll practically be a bye week. All we need to do is win one of these next 2 games, Jaguars or Chargers, and we clinch the AFC's top seed. Top seed, people. Home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs. Do you understand what this means? It means every playoff game will be played here, at Mile High, where the altitude is our ally, where the crowd is loud, where visiting teams arrive tired. The experts finally woke up. You know what's funny? The national media finally started paying attention to the Denver Broncos. Took long enough, right? During 11 straight wins, they kept talking about the Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, the Eagles. Meanwhile, we were here quiet, just racking up W's. But now, after the win against the Packers, after clinching a playoff spot, they can't ignore us anymore. ESPN analysts are saying, Bo Nix is the favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year. NFL insiders are commenting, Vance Joseph is going to get head coach offers next offseason. Commentators are admitting, maybe the Broncos are the real AFC favorites. And you know what my reaction is? Finally. But also, we don't need their validation. We knew since August. We called this. While everyone doubted, while everyone had us as a 7-10 win team at most, we were here, confident, knowing this team was different. Sean Payton knew. George Payton knew. And every real Denver Broncos fan knew. Bo Nix's mom knew. She said, early on, that everyone was underestimating her son. And she was right. Because mothers are always right, especially when it comes to football, and when their son is a studee. Let me explain why this Denver Broncos team is so special. We have the perfect combination of experienced veterans and talented youth. Cortland Sutton bringing leadership to the locker room. Garrett Bowles playing the best football of his career. Quinn Miners dominating the offensive line. Alex Singleton leading the defense. And at the same time, Bo Nix, Troy Franklin, R.J. Harvey, Jonah Ellis, Jahdae Barron, youngsters. Hungry for success, afraid of nothing, playing with an energy that's contagious. Add that to Sean Payton's system, one of the most sophisticated and effective playbooks in the NFL, and you have a recipe for success. Payton already won a Super Bowl with Drew Brees. He knows exactly what needs to be done. And now, with a quarterback who's finally understanding the system, with a roster that's finally clicking, we're seeing the machine operate at full speed. Let me be straight with you. I believe the Denver Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl this year. I know it sounds crazy. I know a lot of people are saying, calm down, it's just the regular season. But I don't care. Because I'm seeing something that goes beyond numbers, beyond statistics. I'm seeing a team that believes, a team that fights, a team that, even when trailing by 7 points, even when the opposing defense is dominating, finds a way to win. How many times during this 12-game winning streak were we in tough situations? How many times did it look like we were going to lose? And how many times did we find a way to come back? This isn't luck. This is character. I need to go back to talking about Bo Nix because what he's doing is historic. He's in second place for wins in a quarterback's first 2 seasons in NFL history, and he still has 3 games to play. If he wins all 3, he becomes the absolute leader in that stat. Think about the pressure he had. First rookie starting quarterback for the Broncos since John Elway in 1983, replacing, or rather erasing, the disastrous Russell Wilson era. With everyone doubting, with the media destroying him, and he delivered. Spectacularly. But you know what's most impressive? He's improving every game, not stagnating, hasn't hit a ceiling. He's evolving, learning, growing. At the start of the season, he was conservative, played it safe. But now he's throwing balls through 3 defenders. He's making advanced defensive reads. He's commanding the offense with the confidence of a 10-year veteran. And if this is his evolution in his rookie year, imagine what's coming. I need to give a shout-out to you, Broncos fans. You endured 9 years without playoffs. 9 years of suffering, bad teams, questionable decisions, hopes crushed season after season. You watched Russell Wilson earn $245 million to play the worst football of his life. You watched incompetent coaches. You watched wasted drafts. You watched humiliating losses. But you never gave up. You kept filling mile high. You kept screaming until you were hoarse. You kept believing that one day the Denver Broncos would be great again. And look where we are now. 12 straight wins, playoffs clinched, first place in the AFC West, fighting for the AFC's top seed. You deserve this. Every second of this winning streak, every Bo Nix touchdown, every Nick Bonito sack, every Pat Surtain 2 interception. This is ours. This is Broncos country's. And now comes the part that'll make you go crazy with excitement. We haven't even seen the best of the Denver Broncos yet. Think about it. Ben Powers, one of our best guards, is coming back from injury. The defense, which had some recent struggles, is adjusting and will return to dominant form. Bo Nix is just at the beginning of the learning curve for Sean Payton's playbook. And there's more. The chemistry between Bo Nix and his receivers is growing every week. Troy Franklin is going to explode in the playoffs, I guarantee it. Evan Engram is going to be a nightmare for opposing defenses. Marvin Mims Jr. is going to have his moment to shine. In the running game, Jaleel McLaughlin and R.J. Harvey form a perfect duo. Fast, explosive, unpredictable. On defense? The defensive line is about to dominate. The linebackers are reading plays like they have a crystal ball. The secondary, led by Pat Surtain II and P.J. Locke, is ready to shut down the airspace. This team is peaking at the right time. And when the postseason begins, when games get tough, when the pressure is maximum, this Denver Broncos team will show the entire world why they deserve the title of Super Bowl champion. I started this article telling you that you wouldn't believe what's happening, and I hope now you understand the size of the opportunity that's in front of us. The Denver Broncos aren't just having a good season. We're building a dynasty. with Bo Nix as the franchise quarterback, with Sean Payton as the maestro, with a young, talented roster hungry for success. The next 3 games are just formality. We're going to enter the playoffs as the top seed, with home field advantage, with total momentum. And when Super Bowl LX happens in New Orleans in February 2026, I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. And we're going to watch our Denver Broncos lift the Lombardi Trophy for the 4th time in history, because Broncos country deserves it. Because Bo Nix deserves it. Because after 9 years in the desert, it's our time. Now tell me, are you ready for this journey? Do you believe this team will go all the way? Leave in the comments what your favorite play was from the game against the Packers. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, click that red button now, because you're not going to want to miss any analysis of this historic campaign. Broncos country. Go Broncos.